are back here on our VirginiaPreps.com Zoomcast, if you will. I am Matt Hatfield, the publisher of VirginiaPreps.com, the Virginia High School Sports on the Rivals.com network, and we are joined by a special guest. He is a three-sport athlete, which is pretty unique these days, especially during the pandemic, as we're starting to get out of that and go into some normalcy that we're all accustomed to prior to everything going haywire in 2020. He is from Gate City High School in the southwest part of Virginia. He plays football, he plays basketball, he plays baseball, he does them all well. Got him listed here at 5'11", 178 pounds, but I'm sure he'll correct that if it's not up to date. He made his college commitment on Tuesday night, I believe it is, to play his college football for Mike London, as he's wearing the Mike London shirt. Football camp going to the tribe of William and Mary. In Williamsburg, we say hello and congrats to Carson Jenkins from Gate City High School, a Blue Devil who will be part of William and Mary's football program. Carson, congrats. How's life been treating you so far this summer?
Thank you. It's been treating me pretty well. It's been filled with a lot of football, a lot of weightlifting, just a lot of training to get ready for this next upcoming season.
Sure, and no downtime for you. I mean, I guess you'll be glad when the VHSL dead period comes here soon in July, where you kind of get a week off. But I know probably someone that's as dedicated and committed and hardworking as you, that's not going to be much downtime. You'll still have some individual work you put in, like you mentioned, the weightlifting and so forth. But you made your commitment to William and Mary. First of all, tell us about that. You have the camp shirt on. I'm guessing you went to the camp they offered you maybe a week or two ago, and how the dialogue's been and what made you choose William and Mary.
Yeah, so I was talking to a couple of their coaches before I went to the camp, and I went to the camp, did pretty well, and then about 30 minutes later, I got a call from Coach Mike London Sr. and said he was going to offer me, and I really like that school, like the campus. Of course, it's a great academic school, but it's also a good football school, and I love the coaches. They really drew me in and showed me how the facility works, how the football team plays, and just how good of a team they are.
When did you kind of know? Was it during that camp that you would end up going there, or did you give it a lot more thought afterwards? When did it kind of hit you like, all right, I'm going to play there at William and Mary?
Well, once they offered me, I wasn't going to bite on the first one right away, but I kind of knew that I really, really liked that place, and their coaches kept on keeping in contact, and I like their coach Mike London Sr., Coach Jack Armstrong, Coach Christian Taylor, and Coach Mike London Jr. just really talked me up, really helped me to make that decision, and I really liked them. And the coaches are the main reason I committed there. They're very personable, they're very, very relatable, and I just like them a lot.
Yeah, that honesty and trust factor is a big deal. I heard that when Mike London was the head coach, both at the University of Virginia in the ACC, and also when he won a national championship at the FCS 1AA level with the Richmond Spiders. Tell me about your game a little bit, and we'll get into the three sports. Well, first of all, I mentioned the height weight, 5'11", 178. Is that accurate, or is it a little updated here?
That's about right. That's accurate.
Okay. And you play wide receiver, slot back for Gate City?
Yes, I play wide receiver, slot back, corner, kick returner, punt returner. About it.
So you're just a true athlete. You can just put the ATH on your position. Okay.
Yes.
And it's funny. I watched some of your highlights, and it's different from other players I've seen. I've seen a lot of fast, strong, big athletic kids, especially in the 757 Northern Virginia, Richmond areas, even some in southwest part of Virginia. But I'm like, he does a lot of things well, not something that's a super strength. I feel like you have a know-how and a knack. How would you break down your game, A, and B, what did the coaches there at William & Mary and others that recruited you say they liked about your skills?
I would break my game down as I play fast. I like making quick cuts, making quick juke moves, and just getting the first step on people so that I can get open a little bit easier. And William & Mary coaches, they told me the same thing. They like the speed I play at. They, of course, like how fast I run. That's what other coaches told me also.
Sure. And it looks like, too, I mean, you have an ability when you get the ball in space and tacklers come, you have a way of evading them or getting through them or by them. Is there just kind of is that something you've worked on, or is it just kind of come natural to you?
It's stuff I've worked on.
Okay.
I mean, some of it comes naturally, but it's definitely stuff that I've worked on.
You had a big game back on April the 9th, and we'll kind of recap your season and all that, but I think it was against Marion. I'm looking at 494 all-purpose yards, 6 rushes for 195 yards, 4 catches for 166, 113 return yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 tackles. Now, I'm not sure you guys were still in the playoff hunt, so it would have been easy to say, all right, abbreviated season, I'm just going to have a couple highlight plays, but you balled out that day. What was different about that game and just your plays that particular matchup with Marion?
Well, it was of course my last game as a junior, so I really, really wanted to show out and play really well. And our quarterback did well getting me the ball. Our line did really well blocking for me, and I just happened to make some good plays. But I got to give credit to the line. They're the reason I score.
Sure. Did the William & Mary coaches mention that game to you at all? I mean, I'm sure that it came across them when they saw those stats and some of the plays you made in that particular contest.
Yeah, they've seen it, and they really like watching that film. They like that game.
Mm-hmm. Now, what are their plans for you? What are they looking at you playing like slot receiver for them? What's kind of the dialogue been with the coaches there, and in particular your position coach at William & Mary?
Yes, they're looking at me playing a little bit of as a Z receiver, so I'll be motioning a little bit and in kick return and punt return game.
Sure. You guys won that day 68-40. I believe you started out 0-5, but won your last 2. So it'd have been easy to say, all right, the season's not going great. But you guys have some momentum, I think, going into this off season here and next season as a senior, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Now, you had football season come in between, correct me if I'm wrong here, basketball and baseball. You played all 3 during this abbreviated VHSL school year of 2020, 2021. How hard was that? How enjoyable was it? Kind of break it down for me and all the things you had to go through protocol-wise, mask-wise, everything you had to do to make it happen.
Well, I've always been a three-sport athlete, and I've liked playing all 3 sports. And this year, of course, is a little different. I'm always used to playing football first, but this year it was basketball, and we played well. I think it was the regions we lost in, but we played well. We had a great team. I love all the players and coaches from that team. And then going into football, I felt good. This is the first year I've played at a heavier weight than what I normally have been. But I like the weight I'm playing as. And then after football, straight into baseball. And we also played very well in baseball, lost in region, but we played very well. We also had a kid from our baseball team commit to Southwest Community College for, I think it's going to be a pitcher. His name's Jake Taylor. He helped us out this year pitching, and just, it was a crazy year with mask and everything. With basketball, masks were a little bit more enforced because everything's so close up, but with football and baseball, it was a little bit more lenient, but it was still a little crazy and not what I've been used to.
That Jake Taylor guy you mentioned, also a team of yours during the basketball season, right?
Yes.
You guys lost a tough one. I watched the region championship against Union, who went on to win the state championship in Class 2. Baseball, though, you're not too shabby, my friend. 476, I'm seeing, 24 runs scored, 8 stolen bases. That's putting in work. That was going into regionals. I'm not sure what you finished up with stat-wise, but pretty darn good there.
Thank you. Yeah, I've always been a baseball guy too. I've played a lot of travel ball. I played with the East Tennessee Crusaders for my 15U and 16U year, and we were 35th in the nation. Our 16th year, we were pretty good, and there's a bunch of baseball commits from that team too.
Sure. So all 3 sports here, let's take them individually: football, baseball, basketball, I guess in that order. Who were a couple of the names that you looked up to, whether they were local hometown heroes in high school, college guys, or professionals these days that you like to, emulate on the courts, the fields, the diamonds when you go out there and compete?
I guess a couple local hometown heroes, of course. I mean, you got to look up to Mac. He inspires a lot of people to, work hard and have a great work ethic. And one of the football players that I think my game kind of similar to is Caleb Herron. He played, I think he graduated in 2014, but yeah, he was also a quick, agile player. And some of the college players I like watching. This is a hard one. Devontae Smith, I like him. He just got drafted. And I'd have to say my favorite NFL player is Cole Beasley. Plays for the Buffalo Bills. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. I really like them.
This might be their year. They're right there knocking on the door in the AFC. They got to get through probably Mahomes and perhaps Lamar Jackson with KC and Baltimore. But Josh Allen and the guys, they got a lot back. And they got a guy on their defense that's not too far from Gate City. You brought up Matt Mcclung, who's just a iconic figure there at Gate City, all-time scorer in Virginia High School League basketball history. Perhaps going to hear his name called for the NBA draft soon. He could be playing in the NBA, making highlight reel dunks there like he did in high school and in college with Georgetown and Texas Tech. But at Dan River High School, Tremaine Edmonds, so not too far off, another guy that's from the state of Virginia.
Yes, sir. I've heard of him a little bit, actually. I know that he played very, very well in high school. I've seen some highlights of him, but I haven't heard too much about him afterwards, but that's good to know. Yeah.
Now, did you grow up with sports in your family? I've heard the Jenkins name. Are you kin to, was it Dylan Jenkins who played at Gate City back in the day? Is like that older brother or cousin?
I don't think I'm related. I know him well. I know that Jenkins family really well, but yeah, we're somewhat of an athletic family. My dad and mom both played a little bit of college ball UVA wise. My granddad played at Kentucky as a quarterback, Randy Jenkins. His son's Grayson.
Okay.
And my other granddad, Don Flick, he played a little bit of minor league baseball, and his dad played in the majors. So yeah, I come from a pretty athletic family, a pretty sports-based family.
Good deal. A couple more for you. We'll have some rapid fire and let you run here with Carson Jenkins of Gate City High School, who's made his college pledge to play football at the next level at William & Mary. But before that, he's got a senior season to do all three sports and walk the stage before heading off to the college level. You had a game as a sophomore, 34-29 against Richlands. And that's sort of a big anticipated game when Gate City and Richlands get together. 77-yard reception in that game, interception in the end zone. Where's that rank in terms of your memorable moments in games? Because that's a pretty big deal. Beat Richlands right out of the chute as a 10th grader.
It's definitely my top game I've played in. That game was very crazy. Richlands is a very good team, and the past years before that we haven't been playing well. We weren't doubting it, but they were just a really good team. And we went in there, and I ended up having 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions that game, and everyone else played well, and we came out with the win.
You know what you finished up with this year in terms of TDs and INTs?
I'm not certain. I think it may have been 7 or 8 touchdowns and 1 interception, I think, but I'm not certain.
Okay. Because you guys only got in, was it 7 or 8 games, I think, total?
Yes, and I missed the first game against John Battle because I was quarantined.
Oh, geez. So that had to really stink, wondering if you get back out there, right?
Yeah, that one hurt a little bit.
Sure. Well, any last words before we get to rapid fire? I mean, I imagine you're 100% committed. You had some other schools that recruited you before the Tribe, and I imagine some will still talk to you a little bit, but I imagine you're firm with the commitment.
Yes, I'm 100% committed to William & Mary, and they have my word, and I have their word that it's going to happen. I want to play there.
It's great. Who else was looking at you, by the way?
James Madison University was looking at me. Davidson, Bryant, a little bit Long Island, a little bit of Army. And, yeah, that's about it.
Good deal. Well, final one here on that before we rapid fire with you. You know what you want to major in yet at William & Mary?
I think sports science. I'd like to major in that. I'd like to end up being a physical therapist if I could.
All right. Not too bad. That'd be a pretty cool gig. All right. Ready for some rapid fire, Mr. Jenkins?
Sir, I'm ready.
Here we go. These are the really hard questions. You thought those were tough. This is a really, mind-bending stuff here. All right. Favorite TV show?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Okay. Favorite movie?
Remember the Titans.
That's always a great movie. Based out of T.C. Williams High School here in Virginia, which will soon be named Alexandria High School. What you kind of hit on this with the game, so I imagine this is sort of a repeat. What's the accomplishment you're most proud of?
Going to college to play football, committing to William & Mary to play football.
There you go. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Fast or slow?
Fast.
What's the one thing that annoys you the most?
People chewing with their mouth open.
Oh, that does get annoying, doesn't it? That really does. Favorite late night snack?
Cereal.
All right, you got a go-to brand?
Either Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast.
All right. What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Oysters.
Oysters. Not an oyster
Yes.
fan?
Not really.
Okay, a few more here. You can visit one place in the world. Where are you going?
Hawaii.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you there. Game-winning touchdown, walk-off homer, or buzzer beater? Which
Game-winning.
pick?
Game-winning touchdown.
Not even a hesitation.
Game-winning touchdown. Definitely.
All right, there you go. Last two. Favorite follow on social media is whom?
Someone that follows me.
No, who that you follow.
Oh,
Could be any of the platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. It doesn't matter.
J. Cole. He's a rapper.
J. Cole. All right. And lastly, what's your hardest subject in school?
English.
English.
Yes.
You need some help on that one, right?
A little bit.
All right. Well, he doesn't need much help on the football field, the basketball courts, or the baseball diamond. He gets it done in all three sports effectively. Carson Jenkins of Gate City High School, congrats again on your commitment to play for Coach Mike London and the tribe of William and Marion. I know there's a lot of passionate Gate City fans. We're looking forward to seeing you this fall on the football field for the team here in 2021 with a full season, as well as those at the next level that will be watching you either from Gate City or here in the 757 at Williamsburg at William and Mary. Thank you so much. Be in touch, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you.
You bet.